what I found is that my trade plan is not, it's not like, I'm not prioritizing it, so I don't even have my setups in front of me whilst I've been trading this past week. And it's really cost me so much, and I'm not even thinking about the loss of money now, I'm just thinking the loss of skill. I'm not even going over all of these trades, because look here, I've had 19 trades with 16 losses. 16 losses is crazy, man. And the maximum loss, we've had two massive losses, which were 8R and 9R, which is just incompetence, man. And what this is the rejection as price retested after JPY pump. There's stuff like I knew what was happening and I just didn't follow it. So towards the end of this, we have the lessons, and I also went over winning trades from the past. And it's interesting, there is a little psychological consistency that has made me think, yeah, week 9th to 13th of February. Disgusting. That's the worst picture you're ever going to see. Look at that, Thursday. It's retarded, man. So Monday the 9th, we have the amount of trades on the left, and this was the first one, which lost us minus 3R. So Monday 9th of February, the price, the premium retesting after heavy drop. So first mistake, okay, so we saw this fractal market shift. The first mistake is that we misidentified this break of structure as a break of structure when it's actually liquidity being swept. This price came up, created a lower high rejection and completely collapsed. And look at me here trying to fucking buy up, bro. So the fractal market shift I ignored and mistook this for a reason to buy upwards from liquidity sweeping imbalance. So I mistook the liquidity sweep for a break of structure, ignored the fractal market shift. I lost this trade and I didn't change bias. So I held onto the wrong bias all week. This was such a negative habit that has cost me too much money now. It's just so risky to go against this already bearish incentive. This is the conclusion. Price just rejected, came down hard. That's where we entered, and rejected and just went straight back down. Rookie error. Tuesday the 10th. This is a low risk to reward trade, so it's kind of just trying to make money, just even though we didn't have the confidence. Again, without our trade setups in front of us, we're just trading discretionally. Topic of this is having a trade plan. It's all about a trade plan. That's the biggest lesson from here. So the TP was fine, we see. TP was completely fine. We did have some rejection coming, so this is the 1 hour right here. Price went to that take profit, but I moved it further, bro. I moved it further, man. You see here, I literally just moved it a tiny bit further. From 549 to 586. And price went to 549 and just reversed downwards. It was all because I wanted to move my take profit from a 1.8R to a 2R, just for monetary reasons. But yeah, that was the key one. That was the minus 4R from this one. Indecisive for the first two trades, and then overcommitted to this loss. So minus 5R in total. Wednesday, this is a big one, 11th of February. So we got money back, but I don't even want to focus on the wins back because they're not as important as these losses. So this is minus 8R, man. Terrible. So the higher time frame showed the market shift to the downside, as we can see here. Going against my psychological bias. My bias was bullish the whole time. We can see this stupid attempt. Price was not looking bullish, but we were just holding on to our bullish bias. I didn't accept the objective perception and went against the market. Against the market, man. We need to follow these trends, watch these market shifts, just look at the whole range, man. Price rejected from the top. You know it's going to sweep more liquidity from below. so much money to have been made that hasn't been made. So yeah, we're just here to improve on that. Didn't want to be wrong, so I moved my stop loss, moved it further down, and just took far bigger loss than I even wanted. I think double the amount. I probably betted the same amount that I did on Tuesday to lose minus 4R, and I just doubled my stop loss and minus 8R. Well done, mate. Well done. I mean, look at this and tell me that it's not like there's so much room to improve. Like, it doesn't matter what strategy, what I could be trading, like psychologically, that's retarded. Indecision plus fear of losing. Silly entry and moved stop loss minus 8R. Nice work, mate. Thursday the 12th of February. This is a big fuckery right here. This is where we completely lost control of the wheel, and we were just trading like definitely like a gambler, but it was more like, I don't know, like it was as if we're trading like a broker. Like, we're not even trading for ourselves, we're just like getting involved in the market because some strange voice inside me was wanting to get in and out and buy and sell, and not having any strategy, over trading, looking at the charts far too much. There was no sense, there was no plan whatsoever. Here is especially where the trading plan was a reminder of what was wrong with my trading. It's Thursday the 12th of February. After losing this first trade, like, this is the first trade of all of these, and this is where I just lost it. And so I thought this was the main one that was worth going over, as opposed to this random gambling. I don't even know what it is, just trying to get involved for no reason. Here we see the entry, and I've written, I'm sickened by my lack of sense. We can still see me holding on to my bias. How silly is that? On Monday we got the bias wrong. On a Thursday we're still against that bias. So yeah, follow the trade plan and follow the trend. Sickened by my lack of sense. The first indecisive loss, which spiraled into a minus 15.5 R day. Massive. That's probably one of the biggest losses I could have in a day, which is not from one trade. That's insane, man. That's insane. I exited because I'm fully lost. That was minus 1.5R, and I continued to lose more. You know what happened with this trade as well? Is that it actually went up in my favor, and then around here it then switched and went down, like mitigated this sweep zone area, and then just went straight back down. Yeah, terrible day, man. Terrible. Just overexcited, thinking price was just going to explode when there's multiple points where you could get back into it, but wrong bias. Didn't use the trend. I went against what the market was telling me, and that's how you gamble, bro. That's how you gamble. You don't follow your trading plan. You're not following strategies that you have in front of you, and you're trading discretionally on a whim that your own psychological bias is getting you into. Friday, now there we have it, man. By Friday we were just fucked. I didn't even journal any more trades. I think I lost maybe like 2 more 1Rs or something silly. Just completely lost. So lost, impulsive and unstrategic, that I just traded and lost all my profits from last week. Not following my trading plan, on the wrong side of the trend. So the lesson that we basically just looked at after the whole week had gone past is that we read the trend wrong. from the start of the week all the way through to the end of the week. Some locked bias right there. So this is the overall lessons, and because there's so many lessons from here, I decided to add on some correct trade examples that I've ever made as well, like the best ones I've done, because I'm so down bad. I mean, look at this, it's the worst of the worst, it can't get any worse. And the overall lessons are to revise my trading plan, which I've got in my book. I've got 2 pages that I need to have in front of me, and I need to label what setup I'm actually looking at. After good analysis, actually looking at these trends and understand how you analyze, first thing in the morning, and you look at the trend and what direction it's going in, and you capitalize on these entries, these liquidity points, and you take it to the next liquidity. So the previous correct trade consistencies, there are some consistencies that are interesting. The week 2nd to the 6th of February, we've got the trending break of structure, the 1 hour to the 4 hour, 1 hour and 4 hour breaks of structure, plus a retracement below the break of structure, and entering from the zone, the 15-minute order block mitigation, just mitigated and went upwards, and with that momentum we entered and we got +7 rejection and then swept liquidity above here. And then we have this towards the end of the week of this 1st to 5th December, is we had the trending break of structure to the downside with 1 hour bearish break of structure here. Price was retracing. We had our zone below here, which we're aiming for. So we had price retracing above this trending break of structure line. So that's the trending break structure and the retracement, and then what we're waiting for is liquidity to be swept, to go back into the trend. So we do have this 1 hour order block getting mitigated, but what we're looking at is above this imbalance there isn't enough pressure to go down, so we know price will sweep liquidity. Price went up, and just above here we have a small internal break structure, and then it went up a bit further to sweep liquidity, and then after this bearish pressure, which is also on the lower time frame point of interest, we have selling pressure, and we entered perfectly as liquidity was sweeping to go down, and we got the massive risk to reward 8.5R. Price literally went straight down afterwards. So there we have correct examples right there, man. So we aren't like completely unable to get winning trades, but this week's definitely shown us that not following a trading plan and trading discretionarily is how you lose. That is how you lose. I'm not anywhere ready to be trading discretionarily. I'll need another 2 years or so to be that good, where I don't need anything in front of me and I can say, okay, that's the trend, that's the retracement, that's a liquidity reason to get into the trade. So let's fucking aim for the next point of interest. That takes ages to develop, man. I'm still early in my career, man. So let's have this trading plan in front of us. Every time we trade, we need to backtest this trading plan. We need to airlock this trading plan, make it airtight. We can't be making mistakes. So the overall lessons, so obviously this motivation, I obviously have some motivation at the start of the month that I just need to carry on at the start of every week as if it's the start of the month. What I'm saying to myself is that I'm going to give myself a month and a half to see if I'm even able to trade. Like, though I'm not going to quit, it's like I don't think I can continue on losing like this and thinking that I'm going to succeed if I'm just continuously failing. Like, give myself a month and a half. It's a month and a half until the end of the first quarter. The overall lessons though are that we need to follow the trend. So that's the 1 hour and the 4 hour trending. And the retracement to these 15-minute order blocks, where we then see that 15-minute sweeping liquidity. It'll sometimes be 5 to 15 minute, but we really want that 15-minute confirmation that we're ready for that pressure to execute and ride it down to the next liquidity point. Just getting on that trend and making the most of it, looking at these fractal market shifts and these market shifts and understanding from higher time frame to lower time frame to look at that. So that's part of my trading plan, to have the trend, the retracement, and the strong pressure. Like, that is the key, is to follow the current trend, follow the retracements, and get in when you see that strong pressure going down or up to the higher time frame, to the next point of interest where price is going to go to. So what I want to move forward with is following my trade plan and building these videos around my trade plan. Psychology analysis is that one thing which I've noticed with what needs to really be done is that, so I've been doing a lot of reading and that's been really helpful, but this 6 hours, you can see this is the first time Thursday that my gym and stretching has been voided, so we need to start that back up tomorrow on Sunday. You can see my whole day today has just been nothing has happened. I don't even know what I've done. We may be having a healthy meal, no gym, stretching, no run, no gratitude, no meditation. However, gratitude and meditation has been done every day. The main thing which I've noticed that really needs to improve is the 6 hours deep work, man. If you look at the 6 hours, we got 3 hours on Wednesday, 2 hours, 4 hours last Saturday. See, where we're not getting enough of the 6 hours deep work. We're probably getting 2 hours, around 2 hours per day, and that is reflective of our just general focus and staying on top of our trade plan. So it's all about this 6 hours deep work. That's what we really need to improve. Like, everything else can join onto that, but the 6 hours of deep work will build it around that. That's what we really need to focus on. The coming trade reviews, I'm just going to link everything to my trade plan. Everything is built around my trade plan. Nothing else matters. Trading is a skill to develop. Don't treat it like a test to pass.